Spelunky 2 is an amazing game, but after you beat Cosmic Ocean, there's not much to do in it. That's where modding comes in. I'm scared about this ball trap though. What? People such as TomTam and Super Ninja Fat have created wonderful mods that make the game feel fresh again, almost like you're playing it for the first time. But there's one big issue with them: you can't play with your friends. Since mods tend to use non-seeded random functions, it makes it impossible to play them on the official Spelunky 2 online servers. That's where I had the idea to create my own dedicated server for Spelunky 2. With Spelunky 2 modded online, you can finally play your favorite mods with your friends. Getting it set up is easy. I recommend you always use the install tab up here, and all you're going to do is paste the link to the mod in the section. Currently, I don't have modded online up on Spelunky.fyi. By the time this video is out, it will be. The link is in the description. But for now, I'm going to download the mod that I want to play with. Okay, I'm going to go paste it here and install. Alright, once you have both modded online and the mod you want to play with installed, you're going to need Python. I recommend you just use this download right here instead of the manager, and just go through and install on your computer. Now, you can just boot it up with the game. Once we are in the game, we're going to head up to Spelunky options, and you're going to notice under modded online, it's going to give you a warning that it uses unsafe commands. I believe this just because I use Python to talk to the server. If you don't trust it, just go through all the files of the mod. It's all in plain text. You can go read it if you really don't trust it. You're just going to want to go and enable it, and once it's enabled, you're going to get this message: mod compatibility shims installed. Restart the game. So what you got to do is you got to restart the game. Note this will only happen on your first boot with a new mod. So basically what happens is each mod has their own uses of random functions, and the issue with playing online with that is different computers will generate different random numbers for where stuff should spawn. So what shimming does is it goes through all of the mod's code, tries to find any random functions, and replaces it with a seeded one that is communicated through the server. Now all you have to do is press O on your keyboard and it'll bring you to this menu. The first is which I heavily recommend, which is playing on my dedicated server for this mod. All you have to do is literally just go into matchmaking, press start queue. Once you're in the queue, it's going to check for any unstarted games. If it doesn't find any, you can literally just press start new game. From here, just choose your character, and once you have more people in here readied up, the game will start. Now it's also worth noting, if there's no available games and you still want to join people, you can actually join people mid-game. You'll spawn on their next floor. You may also be wondering, what if I want to play a game with just some friends instead of random people? Well, you simply go into host, official server, and it brings you into your own room. You can get your room code down at the bottom right, or it also displays at the top left at all times if you do not have the room code hidden. I heavily recommend using my dedicated server as it's the easiest way to play, but the issue is the server itself is located on the east side of North America, and if you live far away with that, you'll have high ping, and the more ping you have, the more input delay you'll have. I was playing with people who had around 120 milliseconds of ping, and it was still really reasonable. Just in case you want to host your own server, you can also do that via your own dedicated server. To set this up, you have two ways. You can either port forward, which is what I heavily recommend you doing if you're using a dedicated server, or you can use a VPN. The thing with port forwarding is I can't exactly show it because it's different for every single person's router. The thing you need to know is that you need to open up port 26,000 on your router specifically for UDP. And then after that, all you got to do is press host new game, and then people will be able to join through your public IP address. If you don't have access to port forwarding, if you're in an apartment building, for example, you can also use a VPN. I specifically recommend Radmin VPN as it's easy to set up. So once you have it installed, you're just going to press the power button, and you're going to want to create a network. To do this, you just go up to network, create network, and then enter a name for the server, then enter a password. Your friends will be able to join via the name and password. Once you and your friends are connected to the VPN, you're going to take note of the IP of your specific computer. Then the person who's hosting the server will go into host dedicated server and leave this as 127.0.0.1 and just press host new game. For the people joining, they're going to go to join dedicated server. I can't show that one, that's my public IP. Oops. And you're going to type the IP that you took note of in here. From there, go to join game, and you're good. Now, some quick closing notes I want to say is this mod is 100% not perfect. You will experience desyncing, and also it's not like it fixes other mods' issues. So if another mod is unstable and crashes, you're still going to get those crashes while you're playing online. It is 100% better than playing on the actual online feature right now though, so. The last thing I wanted to say is the only reason why I wanted to make this mod was so I could play 2.5 with a friend. I am really not a competent programmer at all, and there's a 90% chance this all blows up on release. And to be honest, I don't have too much motivation to completely fix everything, which is why I wanted to say I will gladly hand this over to anyone who's like decent with programming and modding Spelunky. In an ideal world, I'd honestly give this over to the ModLunky team and they can integrate it with ModLunky, as that would also get rid of the unsafe message.